Hi, my name is Braxton Thornley, and I'm here with another UEN teacher tip. Today we're going to talk about Nearpod's newest feature called AI Create. AI Create allows you to generate multiple choice questions and time to climb activities right inside of your Nearpod lesson. So there's no need to open up another tool. All you have to do is toggle on the AI button and enter in your prompt. Now, this is valuable in a variety of different contexts, but one of those contexts is first off helping you build lessons a little bit quicker. Additionally though, it also frees you up to create activities on the fly as you're noticing things happening in your classroom. Imagine that you're teaching a lesson and you want to provide your students with an extra opportunity to practice the content that you've been discussing. Now with AI Create, it's possible to generate a time to climb activity in just a couple of seconds. I want to show you how. All right, so you can see that I am in my Nearpod account, and today we're going to focus on this lesson here, the art of persuasion, common fallacies. And what I want to do inside of this lesson is I want to take this pre-made lesson that I found in the Nearpod library, and I want to go ahead and add a time to climb activity. So I'm going to go ahead and hit edit, and then once I hit edit, you'll see that the lesson will load, and as it's loading, I'll be able to scroll through the content on the left-hand side, just like I'd be able to with any other lesson. But I've looked at this before and I want to add my activity right after this video. So what I'm going to do is click on the video tile there, and you can see that it populates on my screen. But then I want to generate some questions about the video. So I'm going to click on my AI Create button that's in the upper right-hand corner. And once I've selected that, it's going to open up my AI pane on the right-hand side. Now, you can see at the top, there's a box where I can enter in my prompt, and I've already written mine, but I'm gonna read it to you here. It says, generate 10 questions asking students to identify an author's use of ethos, pathos, or logos. Each question should include a sample sentence that employs one of the three appeals, and answer options should be the same. Additionally, I'm going to select that I want time to climb. And then once I've done that, I'm going to click on Create Questions. Now you'll see that those questions begin to populate on the right-hand side. Occasionally they take a second or two to start, but as you can see here, they're going to just fill in that space, that extra pane that's opened up on the right-hand side of my screen. Now, after all of those questions have populated, you'll be able to see that I can identify how many there are. So at the upper side of that screen, you can see 0 out of 10 have been selected for me to use. And I can go through and preview all of those questions and choose which ones I want. Now, because we're using AI, I should go through and read these thoroughly, but for today's tutorial, I'll just show you that you can select them this way, and then you can uncheck whatever you need to if you decide not to use a question or maybe not to use 2 questions. Once you have selected what you want, you can then click Save and Edit Questions, and that's going to import your questions directly into your activity. And in this case, it's a time to climb activity. As you can see, those have populated on their own. I don't need to copy and paste anything. And at this point, I could edit any question or any answer that I needed to. Once I'm happy with what I have though, at that point, I can go ahead and just hit my Save and Exit button. And then my lesson is all good to go. And if I were to open up this lesson again, you would be able to see that I now have that time to climb activity right after that video. And I can assess my students on their understanding of the content inside of that video. So now that you've been able to see how AI Create works inside of Nearpod, I hope that you have a few ideas on how you might use it in your own classroom. Now remember, with anything that's generated by AI, it's always best to check the responses that you get to make sure that they're appropriate for your classroom and your students in your context. Additionally, AI Create is an option that districts can turn on and off. So if you don't see it in your own Nearpod account, it might be worth talking to an administrator or a tech coach to ask if it's available in your district. With all of that said though, hopefully you now have some ideas that you can use in your own room, and I hope that you're able to create something exciting. We'll catch you next time on another UEN teacher tip.